Today is July 30th, 2021, and we are going to do a channeling around the Lionsgate portal, which is coming up in a little over a week. So again, today is July 30th, 2021, and the Lionsgate portal technically starts around July 26th, so it's already been here for about 4.5 days. And then it goes until August 11th or so. August 12th, but the pivotal date is August 8th because Sirius and the Sun are aligned, so astrologically there's that. And then also 8 is a number of abundance in our culture and in other cultures where we took that from. And so numerologically it's special that way as well. So it's both astrologically and numerologically and symbolically special because 8 is like the infinity sign. So I want to do a channeling on the Lionsgate portal, understanding what it is and how to really harness it, how to use the energy, what to be doing during this time. And let's just see what we get here. So let's get into it. The Lionsgate portal is an extremely pivotal time. It's a time that is during the summer months for at least the northern hemisphere. And the summer months are a time of the sun, of course. Things are brighter, things are warmer, people are out a little bit more, going swimming, having barbecues, etc. Things are more relaxed. Of course, there is often summer vacation for schools. There's a lot of holidays being taken. So things are more relaxed from a scheduling perspective, but they're also more relaxed from an energetic perspective. When we are warmer, we open ourselves up, we open up our bodies. When we are cold, we scrunch up and we shiver and we try to ball up so that we can stay warm. So when it's warmer, we're able to open ourselves up, we're able to expand, we're able to relax, stretch our bodies, be open to all that is there for us. So the summer is a time of relaxation. It can, of course, be a time of tempers. The sun is representative of fire, as is Leo. But those tempers are very fleeting because while there is that fire spark, it also is a time of relaxation and joy and letting bygones be bygones, at least in the moment. Letting anger dissipate a little bit quicker than we normally do. Letting what people do to us not affect us as much or as long, just kind of being like, whatever. So this is a pivotal time just in general. Of course, when we have Sirius aligning with this energy as well, that's powerful too. Sirius is a very advanced energy. It's an energy of intelligence. It's an energy of analysis and observing. It's an energy of focusing on something. It's an energy of wanting to do things, to act. So we have these two somewhat opposing energies. We have this energy of wanting to relax, take vacation, not do too much, no school, have fun. Then we have this other energy of being observant, analyzing, wanting to focus, have plans and act, and do, make something, create. So these energies are opposing. However, during this alignment, they are in alignment. They are together. So the energies get somewhat blended. Now, we can experience a little bit of the different extremes. We notice more of the Sirian extreme when that pops up. That's also kind of related to school starting up, sometimes in August, depending on where you live, sometimes in September, but starting to think about the new school year, starting to think about the supplies you need to buy and planning things out and what the syllabus may look like. So there is that do energy combined with that relaxation. Enjoy the moment, be present, have fun, do whatever you feel like doing. So it is this nice blend of energies, and it's this nice flow of one energy into the other energy as well, from relaxation into starting to think about where we want to go, where we're headed, what we want to achieve in the next year. This is why it's a beautiful time to do energy work or rituals, or simply sit with yourself in a way that embodies the relaxation mode. So that can be meditating, for example, for a moment, or simply enjoying a nice beverage, cooling beverage. Simply sitting with your thoughts, really embodying that sun energy of the Lion's Gate. And then, once we're in that state, allowing whatever thoughts of the future want to come in, whatever thoughts of the things that we want to create to come in, and not doing anything about them just yet, because we're still in the sun energy, the relaxation energy. But not ignoring these plans or where we might want to focus either, because there is that Sirian energy, but rather blending the two together and allowing the two to flow into each other. So being relaxed, but allowing whatever thoughts of the future and plans and things we want to bring into our life and manifest to come to mind, to either just sit in our mind, just kind of percolate, and we just simply enjoy and relax in those thoughts, or get excited, get our fiery passion kind of excited, preempting the energy within us before we actually go out and do, but just working on the energy aspect, because again, we still are in relaxation mode. Maybe writing down some of these thoughts, but even that almost is too much doing. We're not fully in that transition yet. Really just embodying both energies gently. So this is a great time for things like that. It's a great time for working with your intuition, your higher self, your guides, your guidance, working with tarot cards or any other kind of cards that you like to work with. And again, not doing anything, but simply enjoying the cards and what they have to share with you, and embodying those messages within and allowing that energy to grow in alignment with the Lion's Gate, in alignment with the sun, and in alignment with Sirius. Aligning these 3 points, sun, Sirius, and the energy within that combines these two forces inside, and allowing all of that to grow and to be blessed by these celestial events. Now we look at the number 8 for August 8th specifically. 8 also, if you think about tarot, is in the 2 of coins. There is a being that is balancing these two forces in an infinity sign or sideways figure 8. So this is a time of, again, balancing these energies of the sun and the Sirius, and balancing within the aspects of us that want to go out and do and act and create something in the world, and the aspects of us that want to enjoy life to the fullest. And really balancing that out within, because both sides are very important and need to be honored. With, of course, the relaxation side guiding the action side through inspiration, never forcing anything, always guiding, supporting the actions, and working together in that way. A lot of times, I think people born on August 8th tend to be out of balance because the energy of that day is so much about balance that oftentimes the people born on that day could use a little extra balance in their lives. is a day of balance, so sometimes it can take them to the other extreme of being very out of balance. So while it is a fortuitous day, for those who are born on that day, it can have its other side. It can have the shadow side of it. It can be a very fortuitous day, but also a very challenging day. Just like a life path 8 can bring a lot of abundance and prosperity into someone's life, but also it comes with a great deal of challenges to get there. So there are two sides to all these coins, just like in the 2 of coins in tarot, balancing these two sides, weighing them, making a decision, looking at them, understanding that there are two sides to the coin. So those who are born on this day should take extra care to relax, enjoy the day. Often it's best to enjoy it with another individual, someone that they really care about or feel very close to, or family if they feel very bonded to family. Whether or not you're on good terms with whoever you feel close to or whoever you love, it's important that you spend time with them because their energy can kind of help balance yours out. And you need that healing kind of energy. So that is what the Lionsgate portal is about. That is how these forces work together. That's how some of the numerological aspects come into play, especially for those born on this day. For others who are not born on August 8th, they tend to not struggle with the same kinds of balance issues. Whatever balance issues you may think you have, you don't struggle with them the same way that an 8/8 birthday person does. We all have our extremes and our range of extremes, but a lot of times an 8/8 can have some very major extremes, and a lot of times they tend to go more on the darker extreme because they haven't really fully embraced the fortuitousness of their birthday. Only when they do that can they move to the other side of the spectrum, which is where they have happiness and abundance. But it does take that kind of work to get there. The universe is very fair. Whenever there is a disadvantage given to somebody, there is also an advantage given to them as well. So when you have something very fortuitous, a very fortunate birthday, you can also have the complete opposite. That is the law of polarity as well as the law of rhythm. You can have great luck, but also great misfortune. Now, the choice is always up to you on which side of the spectrum that you live. You have both. But your extremes will be greater than someone else who does not have as much fortune. They also will not have comparatively, all lives are individual and unique, and there's a whole host of things going on. We're just talking about the Lionsgate here, it's just one aspect, just one birthday that we're talking about here. But the level of fortune may not be as high, but same with the level of misfortune for most other people. So the pendulum that most people swing back and forth, yes, it can be out of balance and it can be extreme, but the extremes are very different compared to an 8/8, for example. So an 8/8 may have more depression, but they can also have more fortune. Maybe not more joy, but more fortune. But we are all here to learn the lesson of balance. So they must learn that lesson of balance as well to be able to make it to that other side of fortune. It can just be a little bit more difficult because, again, their extremes are so wide. And many people do not know about balance and do not know about working on themselves and self-love and things like that. And so they tend to err on the darker side if they're not as aware of their emotions and how they're feeling and their control of them and their ability to kind of work with their emotions and pull themselves out of holes that they may feel like they are currently in. So we're all fortuitous no matter what day we were born. Please keep in mind that No matter what disadvantages you have, there are advantages that are given to you as well. It's simply about going to the other side of the spectrum, simply about knowing, being aware that, hey, you know, I had this disadvantage, but that means that I've got an advantage. And when you are aware of that, you can start looking for that. When you start looking for that, you're going to start finding that. Per the law of attraction, what you focus on, you're going to attract into your life. If you don't know to look for something that is of an advantage, all you know is your disadvantage. And that's all you're going to focus on. That's all you're going to keep noticing. That's all your life is really going to revolve around. But the moment that you know, which you now know, is that if you have a disadvantage, you also have an advantage. That is the law of polarity. That is the law of rhythm. You can't be on one extreme without having access to the other. So when you know that, you can then think, okay, all right, I got these disadvantages, but what are my advantages then? And then as you start wondering, you will start bringing them more into your awareness. As you start bringing them more into your awareness, you'll start noticing more specifics. As you start noticing more specifics, you'll start figuring out, okay, how do I use this? And as you do that, your life is basically going to transform around you. So that is what we have to share on this topic. Happy Lionsgate Portal. Enjoy your time relaxing and thinking about the things that you want to bring into your life, but really embodying both energies. And I look forward to hearing what we all create by harnessing this energy. And that is all we have to share on this topic.